When it comes to superhero archers, few names are as iconic as Oliver Queen, the Green Arrow, known for his emerald hood, razor-sharp wit, and of course, his seemingly bottomless supply of trick arrows. The Green Arrow has dazzled comic book readers and TV audiences for decades. But behind the exploding boxing gloves, grappling hooks, and net-casting projectiles lies an unsung piece of ingenuity: his legendary trick arrow quiver. So how does Green Arrow's quiver actually work? Let's pull back the bowstring and aim for the truth. In the earliest Golden Age appearances, the Green Arrow was a pretty straightforward archer. But as time went on, writers began to lean into the character's creative edge. Hero whose arrows were indeed just about precision, but about innovation. Enter the world of trick arrows. Arrows that deliver electric shocks, spurt clouds of glue, deploy remote listening devices, and so much more. The problem? You can only carry so many arrows, especially when they're anything but ordinary. That's where the quiver comes in. Not just a bag for arrows, but a carefully engineered device that's almost a utility belt slung across the back. From comic book panels to TV adaptations, the Green Arrow's quiver has evolved into a portable arsenal. It's designed with both versatility and speed in mind. First, let's talk organization. Unlike the traditional archer's quiver, which is essentially just a tube or pouch, Green Arrow's model often features multiple compartments or internal dividers. Think of it less like a cup full of pencils, and more like a tool chest. Some stories depict the quiver as segmented, with separate slots or holsters for each unique arrow type. This allows Oliver Queen to reach over his shoulder and grab exactly what he needs: the bola arrow for immobilizing a foe, the EMP arrow for disabling electronics, or the classic boxing glove arrow because, well, style points. But how does Green Arrow pick the right arrow on the fly? He's not flipping through a manual in the heat of battle. This is where comic book fancy meets plausible engineering. In several interpretations, the arrow shafts are color-coded or feature unique markings and textures, allowing him to identify them by touch, even in total darkness. Just imagine running your hand over a row of arrows, smooth shaft of the smoke arrow giving way to the ridged surface of the sonic arrow. In other versions, arrows are arranged in a fixed pattern so that muscle memory does the rest. After all, when you're swinging from a rooftop and trying not to get shot at, speed is everything. Of course, space is at a premium. A boxing glove arrow isn't exactly streamlined. So how do all those oversized gadgets fit in? The answer: collapsibility and modular design. Many trick arrows, especially in modern comics and TV series, are shown to collapse or fold, extending to full size only when drawn and nocked. That grappling hook, it folds into the shaft, snapping open when fired. Explosive heads might be disassembled, safely carried in the quiver. And attached to arrows is needed like screwing together the pieces of a pool cue at the bar. Except a lot more dangerous. Some versions even push the technology further. In the Arrow TV series, for example, Oliver Queen's quiver is a marvel of compact engineering. Hidden mechanisms and spring-loaded slots allow him to select and deploy different arrows at lightning speed, even if the details aren't always shown on screen. The suggestion is clear. This is more than just a pouch. It's a precision instrument, tailored to his exact needs. And then there's the question of quantity. In comics, the Green Arrow sometimes seems to have an endless supply. But most stories limit him to what the quiver can reasonably hold, usually around 20 arrows. But with a rotating situational selection carried mission to mission, he's not carrying every arrow at all times. Instead, he preps before each encounter, picking and loading just what he thinks he'll need. In a way, his quiver reflects his personality. Adaptive, strategic, always thinking ahead. The final touch? Rapid reloading. Whether through hidden compartments in his costume or pouches on his belt, Green Arrow always keeps a few specialty arrowheads close at hand, ready to snap onto a regular shaft in the field. That means the quiver, ISNT, just a container at S, a part of a wider ecosystem of gear, working seamlessly so that no trick is ever truly out of reach. In the end, Green Arrow's trick arrow quiver is a testament to his character. It's not raw strength that makes him formidable, but creativity and preparation. The quiver represents the idea that the right tool, delivered at the right moment, can make all the difference. Because when you walk into a fight with nothing but a bow and a handful of arrows, every shot counts. And for Green Arrow, every arrow is a chance to turn the tables, one trick at a time.